Hi, I'm Greg Marshall, and welcome to this week's President's Message. This week, I want to tell you about my recent trip to Ottawa to the CFA Annual Meeting. Farm leaders from across Canada were in Ottawa to hold broad discussions with industry and political leaders under the theme of connecting with consumers. First, I'd like to congratulate the newly elected executive of CFA, President Ron Bonnet from Ontario, Christian Lacasse from Quebec, and Second Vice President Humphrey Bannock from Alberta. The Honourable Jerry Ritz, Minister of Agriculture, opened the CFA Annual Meeting and outlined his commitment to work in partnership with farmers, particularly on designing programs for the next generation of ag policy to begin in 2013. Towards this end, APAS executive and staff attended a special development meeting with the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and the province on March 4th. The consultation session reviewed the program development to date, outlined the priorities of the next suite of programs, and provided a roadmap to the consultation process. APAS Board of Directors, Policy Manager, and Policy Committees are currently reviewing the documentation and will be providing a written submission in the weeks to come. On the second day of the CFA meeting, we heard from the Leader of the Official Opposition, Michael Ignatieff, and the NDP MP, Carol Hughes. As I mentioned earlier, connecting with consumers was a theme at this year's meeting. Over the past 2 years, CFA and its member organizations have worked diligently to generate support and cooperation across the entire food supply chain for a long-term vision for our national food systems. As CFA President Ron Bonnet commented, it was encouraging that all of the speakers at the AGM, including farmers, agribusiness owners, journalists, economists, and politicians from all three parties clearly recognize the critical need for a national food strategy for our country. Back home in Saskatchewan, APAS is continuing the discussion around food by partnering with the University of Saskatchewan, the federal and provincial ministries of agriculture, and a number of industry and business partners to host the first Saskatchewan Food Summit. The meetings address the issues of food security, environmental sustainability, access to market and distribution networks, food safety, land use planning, and First Nations communities and their potential for local food strategies and initiatives. Two of the highlights of the symposium for me would be presentations by Eric Biddiscombe, Senior Director of Planning in the Produce Business Unit for the Loblaws Group of Companies, and Dr. Vicky Sontag, researcher and author of Sustainable Seattle. Eric spoke of the critical need for a comprehensive Saskatchewan brand in order to meet the growing demand for locally produced fresh produce. Both Loblaws and Walmart have publicly targeted 30% local produce in their stores, and that's a huge opportunity for local family farms. Dr. Sontag provided some valuable insight into the true economic benefit of local food economy to producers, rural communities, governments, consumers, and taxpayers. Her explanation of the multiplier effect clearly shows the benefit of buying local. Symposium attendees jointly developed an action plan to develop a strong and vibrant local food economy in our province. Copies of their reports will be made available on our website and will be forwarded to all key stakeholder groups. Be sure to visit In Action section of our website for more information about our symposium and the resulting report. Until next time, I'm Greg Marshall, and I encourage you to contact me with any of these issues or others at 789-7774 or president@apas.ca.